Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Board of Selectmen meeting for February 10th, 2014. First matter on the agenda is the approval of our minutes, our regular board minutes of January 27, 2014. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Paul.
Second.
Second by Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Steve, no public participation?
No, there is not, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Next matter on the agenda is appointment for 3 members to the Permanent Building Committee. We'll take these in order and motion for each single one of them. First one would be James Lappery, 241 Salem Street. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Paul, second by Phyllis. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Can I get a motion to appoint Lisa Butler to the Permanent Building Committee, 2 Curve Street?
So moved.
Moved by Ann, second by Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. And a motion to appoint Joseph Bertrand, 7 Shumway Circle, to the Permanent Building Committee.
So moved.
Moved by Phyllis,
Second.
second by Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Steve, there was another applicant here, Elizabeth Martin, for 26
Yes.
Sherman Road. Can we reach out to her? I took a look at her resume and her credentials, and boy, it's pretty impressive. I would love to have her on this Permanent Building Committee, but apparently there's no room for her, from what I understand.
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman. I will reach out to her because there is the advisory board regarding the Galvin, and there may be another opening on the Permanent Building Committee, so I will certainly reach out to her. She
Yeah,
was
if
very
you can,
impressive.
that'd be fantastic.
Will do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you, Ms. Martin, for your interest in helping. Really appreciate that. We need as many talented people on these boards that we can get, so,
Mr. Chairman?
yes.
And just speaking to that, I think the 3 that we appointed have worked very hard on the committee. They're proven, they're dedicated, but I agree, her resume was quite impressive, and I think just looking at some of the logs and folks involved, you know, she may be a great member in the near future.
I agree,
That's addressed.
absolutely. Okay, next matter on the agenda, we have budgets. Kevin Gill is gonna be presenting this evening on these budgets. Kevin, you wanna start with, whatever you prefer, streetlights first?
Excuse me?
Streetlights?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Just a quick overview. We'll be doing 6 of the town's smaller budgets tonight. This will wrap up pretty much all the town's smaller budgets. Out of the 6, 5 of them will be requesting level funding. The first one being streetlights, we are requesting level funding. I'll point out, last year, we did reduce this budget, small amount, $12,000. That was due to some light-saving fixtures that the light department put in. They finished up that program last year. The total budget request is $213,131.
Discussion, anyone? Can I get a motion to approve the streetlight budget?
So moved.
Moved by Phyllis. Second by Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Steve, just a side matter with respect to streetlights. And I think this is a good time to really bring this up. Is there any way we can get the gas and light department to take some action with respect to the streetlights in the downtown area? You go take a look at the downtown area with those streetlights. Half of them are cracked, rusted. I mean, it just really makes the downtown look deplorable. And I know this is something that we've been really bugging them for. And I think we should really start.
We will continue, because I agree 100%, and we actually get a lot of calls in the office from citizens, and I have relayed them and will continue to, and I think that with the Board of Selectmen support, maybe they'll move a little quicker. I know Selectman Denoco has been on me about this too.
Yeah, I mean, I really think we should do something about this, and if we need to force their hands, let's try to do that. I mean, I think it's just something, you know, we're starting to make all these infrastructure improvements to the town. The passing of the garage the other night at town meeting, you know, that would only be the next step, logical step to do that, and then, you know, hopefully we can have more businesses come to downtown, more people coming downtown, so,
Absolutely, Mr. Chairman.
thank you. Tom? Kevin, sorry.
Next budget is the Historical Commission budget. This budget, we're requesting level funding. Main expenses within this budget: printing, which is used for advertising meetings, other materials and supplies, which is used mainly for signage, repairs and maintenance. Total budget request is $1,100.
Can we get a motion to approve the budget of $1,100 for the Historic Commission?
So moved.
Moved by Paul, second by Ann, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Kevin?
Next budget is the Medicare budget. This budget is, we're requesting an increase of $20,180. This budget is used to pay the town's portion of the Medicare tax. This is a salary-based tax. The tax rate is 1.45%. Total budget request is $572,960.
Can I get a motion to approve the Medicare budget?
So moved.
Moved by Paul,
Second.
second by Phyllis, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Next budget is the unemployment budget, requesting level funding. This budget is split into two line items, $25,000 for the town, $50,000 for the school. Total budget request is $75,000.
Motion to approve level funding for the unemployment budget.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Phyllis, second by Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Next budget is the reserve fund budget, requesting level funding. Last year, we did increase this budget $50,000, where it hadn't been raised in many years. This budget is used for unforeseen or under-budgeted expenses. Total budget request is $300,000.
Got a motion to approve the reserve fund budget.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Ann, second by Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
Last budget is the professional medical budget. We're requesting level funding. This budget is used mainly to pay for pre-employment physicals, police and fire physicals, mandatory Department of Transportation physicals, and return to work physicals. The total budget request is $8,350, with $7,350 coming from tax levy, $500 from a water transfer, and $500 from a sewer transfer.
Can I get a motion to approve the professional medical budget as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Phil, second by Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
All set.
All set, Kevin?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
You should trust me to go by myself.
All right, next matter on the agenda, there's a statement of interest from Superintendent Stephen Shrike. He's not here, though, is that correct?
No, I spoke with Dr. Reich, and these are our normal statement of interest that the school department sends out. There's one for the high school and one for Greenwood. We've been doing these every year, really to keep ourselves in the, on the eyes, and on the agenda of the SBA. I will tell you that while the Galvin project is going on, there is no way that any other project will get moved forward in Wakefield anyway, even if they were to look at this. But superintendent feels it's important that we put these statement of interests in to keep us on their radar screen, because there may be some funding there for science labs and things like that that we're looking at in both schools. So what I'd like, Mr. Chairman, is a authorization to proceed and for me to sign them, which is the SBA request.
All right, so could I get a motion to approve the statement of interest for Steve to sign and move forward with those statements of interest?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Phyllis, second by Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next matter on the agenda, order of taken for Carriage Lane. Tom, are you gonna speak to this matter?
Yes, you may recall that at the regular town meeting of November 2013, town meeting approved the acceptance of Carriage Lane as a public way. We have 4 months from that meeting to have the selectmen execute an order of taking with respect to the way. It's before you now, so I'd be looking to have you vote your approval of the order of taking, and to have all of the selectmen here, that's the bare minimum, sign it.
So can I get a motion to approve the order of taking as presented by Town Council Tom Mulling for Carriage Lane?
So moved.
Moved by Ann, second by Phyllis, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next matter on the agenda is the snow and ice overdraft request. Steve, are you gonna talk to this?
Yes, I am, unfortunately, Mr. Chairman. I hate bringing this forward, but it is a fact of life. At this point in time, and in your package is a request for $250,000 for snow and ice overdraft, and that was dated on February 3rd. Since then, we actually have had another snow event, as you know, small as it may be. And currently, we have expended $638,950 of our snow and ice budget. for 56.25 inches of snow, which breaks down to about $11,359 per inch in town. And there are 7 more weeks of winter. So what we're requesting is a $250,000 snow and ice overdraft request. And this is the one item that we can hold over into next year on the tax levy if we need to. If we don't, whatever we don't use would just not go towards the tax levy. So I think I'd like to come in once. Rick is very frugal in how he does this account, as you all know. And I am praying and hopeful that we will not come back again. But there are 7 more weeks of winter, and Thursday looks like it might not be so good, so it's gonna eat into some of this. So that's what I would request. I would point out to the board that depending upon what happens with the snow on Thursday, or what we forecast is gonna happen with the snow on Thursday, the square will be cleaned either Wednesday night or Friday. Of course, if it snows Thursday a lot, that might get pushed forward, but we're certainly not gonna clean the square now and then clean it again. We try to manage that. I think the board will remember, 5 years ago, we only budgeted this account for $293,000 a year. That's something this board has been very good about, increasing a little bit every year to get up to the $600,000 mark. We're gonna come in with another $100,000 for next year to get us close. We're getting close to the point where we won't be going through snow and ice overdrafts again. But unfortunately, this year hasn't been the greatest one, so we would request the $250,000 overdraft request.
All right, so can I get a motion for a snow and ice overdraft request for $250,000?
So moved.
So moved by Phyllis,
Second.
second by Ann. Discussion, Paul.
Just a quick question to you, Mr. Chairman. Steve, according to your numbers, we're at 639, so we're already over.
Yeah, we are.
We're already into the 250.
We're already into the 250, yeah.
So let me ask you a question. I mean, it looks like we could potentially be coming into this board again, looking for more money. Is there any way of just us saying, just give them the 300,000 now?
You know what?
I know that
yeah.
he's only asked the 250.
Yeah, I would say let's keep with the 250. That's what the director asked for. We can
Okay.
always come in later on. You know, we're almost getting halfway through February. You know, the sun gets a little higher, things get a little bit easier. So I think he is comfortable with this for this point in time, and I would suggest we keep it there for now.
That's
Paul.
fine. That was just a question.
But
Thank
we'll
you.
be back if we need it.
No,
Okay.
thank
I
you.
don't want to be, but we will be.
That's it.
So that was motion by Phyllis, second by Ann. Was all in favor, unanimous?
Yes.
Thank you. The next matter on the agenda, we did have a public hearing scheduled for this evening, but I'm gonna need a motion to have this continued to the next meeting of February 24th, I believe, at 7:40 PM. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Paul.
Second.
Second by Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Next matter on the agenda. There's a new application from Ralph Chara of the Italian Kitchen of Wakefield for a common victualler license. Can I get a motion to approve that license, please?
So moved.
Moved by Paul, seconded by
Second.
Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Discussion, Ann?
Where's this going?
Right next door to farmland.
This is it used to be, I think,
House of Pizza. Wakefield House of Pizza.
The corner of,
the corner of
Richardson and
Richardson, yeah.
okay.
And this gentleman actually was a celebrity chef on Top Chef.
That is so cool.
So he came to Wakefield from Newton, so I think that's fabulous. So,
I love that show.
All right.
So we had a motion by Paul, second by Ann. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. And there's another application from Ralph Chara of the Italian Kitchen for an entertainment license. I believe this is for a TV.
just for
Steve?
TV, yeah.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Paul, second by Phyllis. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous. In your packets, you will find correspondence. Comments? Tom?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Steve?
Very quickly, I know that Selectman Falvey is not here tonight, but I do want to congratulate him on what was a fabulous and detailed presentation, not only in front of the Board of Selectmen, but at town meeting. I think he did a masterful job, and I don't know if he's watching us wherever he is, but I doubt he is, but I do want to thank him for that. And I do believe that this board does everything it can to get information out to the public. And that particular subject was, the garage was subject of numerous board meetings. It was, my show had it for half an hour. One day, there was a meeting of the Wakefield Chamber of Commerce where it was highlighted. So I do think it was out in the public, but I do think that it is very clear to me that people get their information differently nowadays. And I've been talking to WCAT, and I talked to the chairman about this morning. And we are going to be able to get what are called digital copies of the Board of Selectmen's meeting. And we'll be able to load them up onto the website, Wakefield Town website, which means that you can watch a Selectmen's meeting at any time you want. You don't have to wait for it to be rerun. You can watch it on your computer. You can do whatever you want. There'll be our same meetings here. And I think that we need to be aware that there are some people that, for some reason, they don't read the paper, they don't watch our meetings, don't watch the reruns, even though it's on every day. And I get it, people are busy and they take some time, so we are working on that. We'll bring that back to the board to let you know, but that's something that I've talked with Sherry about, and I've talked to WCAT about, and that is something that will get our information out there a little bit more for the public, and they can click on it at their leisure. So that's something we're looking at, kind of in the spirit of what was brought up in my review about using social media more, and that's kind of part of it. We'll be going in that direction as well. So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all I have.
Can I
Thank you,
ask
Steve.
a question
Sure.
on that, Steve? Is there, Brian's PowerPoint was excellent, and the one that you had done prior to that on the budget. Will we be able to upload the PowerPoint?
Oh, yeah, the whole entire meeting will be
But, well, the
there.
meeting I get.
Oh,
visually,
and
but
put-
the
well,
paper to, you know,
Yeah,
paper to
I've,
accompany it.
I have been asked by some people is, can you put those portions, because on YouTube, and send it out that way. So we're working on all those fronts, so
Okay.
absolutely, yes.
So even a document, if someone wanted to print the PowerPoint.
Oh,
do you see
yes,
what I mean?
okay,
Just like a
okay.
PDF.
Yeah, we could,
of-
Sherry could do that as well. Yeah,
Okay.
right, yes,
Oh, awesome.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
I
Phyllis.
would like to express the same opinion as our town administrator. I've been stopped downtown on the street. I've had at least 20 phone calls about the PowerPoint and about the parking garage. I gotta tell you, people were so happy that every single question was answered. And it was a great show for the Board of Selectmen, for Selectman Falvey, and for our town administrator. And the only other thing I have to say, Selectman Sharon is not here tonight, but I know she would be saying, please do not forget the food pantry.
Thank you, Phyllis. Yeah.
Simply would echo the hard work Brian put into it as well as other people on the committee that he mentioned. And it was a long meeting, there was a lot of discourse, there was some disagreement, but that's our town government. And I think it worked well. I think questions were answered, people voiced their opinion, whether you agreed or not, people heard that, so I think it was a good night.
Thanks, Ann. Paul?
I actually have nothing tonight, sir. I'm gonna pass it right over to you.
Fantastic. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Ann.
Second.
Second by Paul. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.